Now at 10, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Sarah Sanchez. It's only a few days into the fall season and it's finally starting to feel like it.
And some much needed rain is making its way to us soon as well. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a first look at the forecast. Rach?
Yeah, rare September showers. We've only had 1/3 of an inch of rain this entire month, and we're not going to get a lot of measurable rain tomorrow. There might be a passing shower or two, but most of tomorrow is actually dry, but there is a better chance for showers on Thursday and maybe even some heavier downpours or a storm heading into later Thursday and Thursday night especially. We had a lot of clouds out there today, and it's really been a gloomier week overall compared to the last couple of weeks when we basically had nothing but sunshine. And the reason I think tomorrow is mostly dry, look at this initial leading edge of showers, and it's how it's kind of drying out as it moves its way towards Connecticut. I think that'll be the case for us tomorrow. It's mostly cloudy. There can be a passing shower or two, but most of that rain holds off until another front gets closer to us on Thursday. Overnight lows will be in the 50s, including 55 in Hartford, upper 50s for the New Haven area. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy skies. We're looking at temperatures that are almost exactly the same as they were today, climbing into the middle to upper 60s as we head through the afternoon. Mid 60s here along the southeast shoreline and near 70 degrees for the Hartford area, including Windsor. I wanted to show you rain chances, though, as we head into tomorrow night. I do think they start to get a little bit higher. We're going to take a look at the rain that's coming ahead, how that compares to the deficit, and of course, we've got to look at the tropics as well. Tropical storm Helene has formed, and it looks like it will make landfall as a major hurricane in Florida. Full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thanks. We have an update now from Windsor Locks, where state police have confirmed that a crash along I-91 South was, in fact, a deadly one. State police say the crash involved two cars near exit 40. At one point, one of the cars veered off the road, hit another car, and then rolled over. The driver of that car, 38-year-old James McPherson, was taken to the hospital where he died. A passenger was also hurt. A portion of the highway was closed for several hours but has since reopened. And state police are asking anyone who saw the crash or who might have dash camera video of the crash to give them a call.
Now to a Fox 61 exclusive. New video shows what appears to be a man attempting to light a gas pump on fire.
Yeah, at least 3 service stations were targeted in New Britain, and police think they have caught the person responsible. Fox 61's Matt Karen talked with the gas station owner about what happened.
Gasoline and fire, usually an explosive combination. But luckily, in all 3 instances, the fire was put out before anything combusted.
That was that pump?
Yeah, pump 1.
Oh my God.
We showed people the video obtained exclusively by Fox 61, showing a person lighting a gas pump on fire.
That's insane. I've never seen anything like that, at all.
It happened here at the City Gas service station on South Main Street in New Britain earlier this month. Surveillance cameras capturing a suspect at 3:45 a.m., a fire that burned for nearly a half hour.
They got all these warning signs saying, oh, never did, don't even go into your car, you don't want sparks. This guy's shoving paper towels and lighting up. That's ridiculous.
In addition to City Gas, pump fire incidents were reported at the Gulf Station on Stanley Street and the Irving Station on New Britain Ave.
People are getting crazy, serious, because why do that? There's a lot of people putting gas here, families, mothers, fathers, kids. You never know.
Fox 61 also obtained the investigative report, which shows police used a dog to locate a suspect who matched the description, finding in his backpack a bottle of lighter fluid and several pieces of paper products.
I don't know what's wrong with him. I will say that he should come and talk with me.
Police analyzed DNA evidence to connect the suspect to at least 2 of the 3 fires.
We are here to work hard, and we are all really peacefully.
Police arrested 32-year-old Nicholas Slobodzian and charged him with arson, breach of peace, criminal mischief, and interfering. Kanwal Singh told Fox 61 the fire melted the internals of the pump, caused about $20,000 in damage. As a struggling small business owner, that's a big hit.
Every day is harder. It's new taxes, new fees, and all the insurance is up.
The owner told me the only reason there was no explosion is because at night he turns off the gas tanks, so there was no fuel flowing through the lines. Reporting in New Britain, Matt Caron, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Most Concord Hills tenants are sleeping in better housing tonight, but the tenant union says there's more to be done. The Concord Hills Tenant Union gathered outside Hartford City Hall to celebrate the mayor committing to giving those residents safe and stable housing. We told you about last night's city council meeting. Tenants demanded they be taken out of mold and pest-infested motels. Well, tonight they're asking for compensation and emergency housing vouchers. They say they've been affected financially and emotionally.
We will make sure that people are housed in places that are suitable for them, that are accessible, that are good for their children, that are affordable at or lower than the same price that they were paying, and that actually are places that they want to live. Because every single person in this union, every single renter in this state deserves to have a say over where they live.
They collected 1,000 petition signatures to give to City Hall.
A new Atlanta judge has approved a plan to auction off Alex Jones's assets to pay off the more than $1 billion he owes families of the Sandy Hook tragedy. The ruling was handed down by a bankruptcy judge in Texas today. Jones's InfoWars media platform and its assets will be liquidated in auctions this fall. Jones repeatedly made false claims, suggesting the mass shooting that killed 20 kids and 6 educators was a hoax. Jones filed for personal bankruptcy after the lawsuit's verdict. He says he still plans to continue his talk shows through other means. Well, today, federal, state, and local law enforcement met with Connecticut's higher education leaders to talk campus safety.
This is the third time they've met in the last year. Fox 61 political reporter Emma Wolfhorst has the details.
Our approach in thinking about how we keep our campuses safe in 2024 is much different than it was several years ago.
That's why more than 60 public safety officials from law enforcement and higher education met Tuesday for a leadership and strategy summit about campus security.
We start thinking about how to make or keep our campuses places where people can come live, work, study, and visit. We can't apply the same approach that we applied 3 years ago, 5 years ago, or 10 years ago.
They discussed hate speech and extremism, as well as strategies for keeping college campuses safe.
Some of the differences that we're talking about now versus previously are really based on the results of what occurred on campuses, not just in Connecticut, but in New York and nationwide.
Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection Commissioner Ron L. Higgins says they talked about emerging practices, shared experiences from last spring and winter, and discussed different resources.
Things have really quieted down as compared to last spring and prior to that. We learned a lot, and the mood on campuses has really changed. We're not seeing anything in terms of external threats.
While Higgins says a main focus of the conversations was last spring's pro-Palestinian campus demonstrations, there's also been a recent spike in school threats here in Connecticut.
We're seeing an alarming trend, roughly about one of these sort of school-related threats a day for the past month. So I think it's critically important for the FBI, for our federal partners to be here.
Special Agent Anish Shukla says the FBI and other federal partners are treating every threat seriously and offering resources to campus safety officials and local police departments.
We're better when we learn from each other, we share information. We can't do this alone. We have to share information amongst ourselves and then bring it back to our individual campuses.
Reporting at the Capitol, Emma Wolfhorst, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.